We're live. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening.
Hey everyone, how are you?
We are in the two emojis, Fakarava, namely. So first of all, let's get this bit out there. Okay, to happen straight away. I need to talk to you about the internet here. As a lot of you know, it's really bad. So we've bought a gig of internet. We're not sure how long that's going to last with this gizmo. So if we cut out, try and bear with us. And we've got another voucher that we're going to try and plug in. So could be a bit glitchy, but let's have a go. Yeah, how's our week been?
Our week so far, so we've been weathered in for the last 7 days.
He's driving me nuts.
We've had 30 to 40 knots and just so much rain for the last 7 days.
Non-stop rain.
We were stuck down the south end of Fakarava, which was the perfect end for the weather. There's awesome diving to do and whatnot, and plenty of kite surfing as well. But zero internet, zero facilities, nothing. So we found a little break in the rain yesterday and sailed 20 miles back up the atoll to get the internet to make this possible.
Yeah, so we're glad we made this work. And I'm just going to wait for a few people to filter through, and also at the same time I'm going to try see whether I can work out how to use this thing. It says there's 2 people on here, but I can't see them. Anyway, so we'll wait for a couple of more people to filter through because there's only 2 of you here right now. We did see 4 before, but it just keeps 3. So say hi if you're jumping on because we can't see you yet. And sorry guys, we're not very good at this. We'll see it. Don't worry. Just leave it. Participants. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey Emily, how are you doing? So apart from the rainy week that we've had, this place is incredible. Like, we've really fallen in love already and kind of questioning leaving. We did actually meet a couple yesterday who they live here. They live on a cat called Pizza, and she's a yoga teacher and freediving teacher, and he's a pro kiteboarder and kiteboarding teacher. And they told us that it's a myth that there's actually a hurricane season in the Tuamotus. So that's really interesting. That's the first time I've heard it.
Definitely.
There's crap weather like this, but there's no cyclones. So, yeah.
In other updated news, Alexa left us last week after being with us for 3 months.
Yeah.
She jumped on with one of our friends' boats to Tahiti because our plan was kind of changing. We wanted to spend more time here in the Tuamotus. We're also going to haul the boat out in about a week's time to give the bottom some extra TLC.
Yeah.
And she wanted to get to Tahiti surfing. So it's kind of worked out well for all of us. And in replacement to losing a crew member, we've also got a new crew member.
Oh! I was going to say, who is that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally managed to get it in a bun, so he's pretty pleased about that.
Yeah, it's been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
But we're almost finally there.
Looks good, no?
So it's going semi-public now.
Yeah.
There's still a few straggly bits that aren't working in there, but
the only people who've seen it are our parents, so I feel very privileged that you're in the loop with that one. Shall we draw out a name from the magic hat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I'm so excited. All right.
All right, go.
Am I pulling it?
Yeah, and make sure you don't pick my mum.
What a privilege. Your mum is not in there. She's welcome whenever she wants. And your grandma. And Barry Latham. Yeah, he became a patron the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But he's not in here.
No, Barry's not in here. He can come whenever he wants. Oh, God, there's so much pressure on my shoulders right now. Okay, go on. Dennis and Jodie Ferretta.
Dennis and Jodie, welcome aboard to Finding Avalon.
Yeah, if you guys are keen and available to join us in either the South Pacific or Tonga or Australia, wherever you want, let's make it happen. We'll pop you an email. I think you guys said that your wedding anniversary was the same as Finding Avalon's anniversary as well. So
that's nice.
Happy wedding anniversary and happy anniversary to us. We celebrated that recently.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Super excited, and we're really committed to making this the first of many.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's make it happen, patrons.
Yeah, so the next one should be announced soon. We haven't decided when yet. We just need to work a few things out. But, yeah, just watch this space because Dennis and Jodie won't be the only people who we're opening the doors to. So, yeah.
A few other little bits of Finding Avalon. I guess bits and pieces that we need to discuss.
Yeah, go.
That we have the new adventure series.
Oh, right, yeah. Jackson's Adventures.
Yeah, so we're going to start releasing those soon, which are just, I guess, smaller little episodes and adventures that just happen on a daily basis, and we just want to get them up and throw that extra content your way.
For you.
Yeah, they're not always included in the main videos, and yeah, just little sideline projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really hope you enjoy that kind of stuff. We should be seeing that in the next week or so.
Yeah, the first one's going up very soon. Maybe today.
Maybe today
if we can make it
get
happen.
the internet. So yeah, really hope you enjoy that, and we've got some other really exciting, tantalizing tidbits coming your way. Really do. I want to do like a anchor anxiety one, and we've been getting super into our fishing. So
yes,
I want to do a
have.
fishing one as well. Show you some of the gear we've got, although it's super amateur. Maybe just to show that you don't need the best gear, but if you got the right gear, you can maybe reel in some good fish along the way.
I think we're going to introduce you to some of our friends as well that we've met along the way who are like amazing mad dog fishermen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so we're going to try and do some little pieces about them and the techniques they use as well. So Reed and Deb, I know you're going to enjoy that one.
Yeah.
So did anyone have any questions for us today?
Oh, sorry, the last little bit as well.
Oh, okay.
Merch.
Oh my God, no, we need to stop talking. I feel like every update we're like, yeah, so guys, merch, get amongst it. But I'll talk to you about merch in about a month's time because we're gonna have it physically.
Yeah.
It's designed, it's ready to go, it's all arranged, but we're gonna have it physically to be able to show you in a month, and then you will be able to purchase or win said merch yourselves. So yeah, we're very pleased we finally managed to get that done after a few months. I'm so embarrassed, but there you go.
Awesome. So should we get on to live chat if anyone's got some questions?
Yeah.
And we'll see how long this internet lasts for, and if we cut out, we're really sorry.
Anyone have any questions for Finding Avalon? I don't think so.
What about Emily? Emily's surely got something for us.
Come on, Emily. You've always got lots of questions.
How do we see?
No, you've got it right. Don't you
okay.
want to hide it? Well. Very inquisitive group we've got. How long are you guys going to spend in the Pacific? How long are you guys going to spend in the Pacific? Gosh. Look, whatever happens, we're definitely going to be in Australia for Christmas. Whether Finding Avalon is going to be in Australia for Christmas, that's the question mark, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. this old Frothy over here, he's fallen in love with the place, so he's changed his tune immediately as soon as he saw his first palm tree and was like, I'm staying here. So
yeah, look, the rough plan at the moment is obviously we need to be out of the hurricane belt, the cyclone zone, as it were, by the 1st of November. So at the moment, we want to be leaving Fiji around then. And our plan is to head back to Oz, do a bit of east coast of Australia, make our way down to Sydney for Christmas, and spend that with my family and friends. And your family's coming over as well from England, so that'd be really cool. And then the ultimate dream would be to actually come back out here to South Pacific next year and do another season.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see which way life takes us.
You can't plan too far ahead with this boat thing, Emily. This is going to be useful for you to know, because I know you're planning your own adventure, but we try not to plan further than 3 months, because you just don't know what's going to happen, especially financially. There's a lot of surprises, sometimes good, sometimes bad, most of the time bad. So, and you don't know what's going to happen to the boat or your psychological state or whatever, so it's best to leave it as open as possible, really. Randy has asked, he didn't ask, he just said, sorry I'm late. Oh, hi Randy. Hi Randy, just wanted to let you know we just pulled the name, and unfortunately it's not you this time, it's Dennis and Jodie Ferretta. But we've just said that we're going to do a few more. So keep tuning in. Hope that it's you one day. Do you have any questions for us today, Randy? You're always pretty vocal. Did you want to say anything about what I was just saying about the planning?
No, I think you covered it.
Oh, good. First for everything, isn't there? Yeah, so I think ideally, I mean, obviously we're two different people, so we've both got different wants and desires sometimes. But I think we both agree on that. Like, we both like to see where it goes, and we're both in love with the South Pacific, and would love to come back here again. So it would be a shame to sell Finding Avalon, but that was always the goal, because all of our money is tied up in this thing. So we're kind of stuck if we can't, but if we can find a way to keep this going for a little bit, then who knows. Randy's just asked, he just said that's rubbish. Can we have a redraw? There will be a redraw, but Dennis and Jodie are still invited, so yeah,
look forward to that one. No, we're super keen to get as many patrons on board as possible in the near future. So now that we're here in the South Pacific and can make it happen, let's do it.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's probably all from us at the moment in terms of updates. Is there anything that we've missed? Oh, we ran aground the other day. That's probably something to note.
Yeah, that's
a first.
Yeah, unfortunately, we ran Avalon aground the other day, and that is going to be the first little mini app of our adventures.
Jackson's going to tell you all about it.
But yeah, so look forward to that. Good news is Avalon is okay, but yeah, we're stuck on a corally sandbar for a while. Wondering what to do.
So there was that, and so next week we're actually going to haul the boat out, because it was a year ago since we last painted the bottom, and she's just the growth, just we scrub her and then she grows back a week later, so we're over it. So we're going to pull her out, give her a fresh lick of paint. Yeah,
it's not so much that we're over it, it's that
I'm over it.
It's particularly going to Galapagos. I mean, without getting too technical about it, but we have an ablative anti-foul, so it comes off over time, and even when you're washing it, you'll see it coming off. And leading up to Galapagos, we had to scrub the boat so often and make sure it was so clean that, yeah, we've just scrubbed off so much of the anti-foul now. So, yeah, we could probably get away with it until we get back to Oz. It would require us to at least clean the boat every 2 weeks. Yeah. But luckily, that seems to be a really good little haul-out facility here in the South Pacific. So, in the Tuamotus. So, yeah, we'll haul out for a couple of days, as Xanthe said, and put some new anti-foul on, and hopefully she's nice and clean all the way back to Oz.
And it was much cheaper than anywhere else, like Australia or Tahiti or whatever. So that's why we're doing it here. There's nothing around, but that's kind of cool. We Google Earthed it, and all there is for miles is a haul-out facility. But that's cool. Stocked the boat up with food, and I think that leads us to something that we should probably share about how we feel about scrubbing the hull, like what we learned about. I think we just went too gung-ho with it too early.
Oh, early on?
Yeah, in the Caribbean.
We
just nailed it. In the Med. Yeah, that's true, actually, in Spain.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain?
Yeah. What is there to explain? Except try not to scrub your boat.
Yeah, I think we learned that the hard way, that we just really went for it because we just really wanted a spotlessly clean bottom, and then we just really went for it, and we kind of scraped off a lot of the anti-foul, and we've kind of made work for ourselves now, and we're having to do it fairly often. Whereas if we just kind of let a small layer of algae not bother us, it probably would have been all right.
We've got a few other questions here. Have we been able to locate Gone with the Winds?
Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it?
I think we're a little bit too far behind them at the moment.
Yeah, they're long gone with the winds.
Because their latest video that we were able to see a few weeks ago, or we watched one from them in Moorea.
Yeah, we did, and I also followed them on Instagram recently and tried to figure out where they were. And I think they're in they're near New Zealand now. What's that place called that begins with R?
Rangatira.
Yeah, they're
Rangatira.
Rarotonga. Yeah, they're around there now. So, yeah, we'll be hard pressed to catch them, but they move pretty slowly. So hopefully we'll catch up with them at the end of the trip. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The next question is, has Randy been behaving? For those that don't know, Randy is our Raymarine autopilot.
Yeah, he does what he wants, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely got a mind of his own at times. Yeah. His favourite trick is just turning off.
Yeah.
And for those who have a Raymarine autopilot, it's either on standby, it's on auto. And if you go off course, often like an alarm will sound to say that it's off course or he's turned himself off. But often now he just goes straight to standby. So if anyone's got some advice out there, please share it. But for us, all the advice and the people I've spoken to is not known as to why it's happening. And often you'll find yourself on watch, and suddenly the boat will just slowly be creeping up, or will Chinese jibe. That's the worst, when you're wing on wing and the boat jibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty good test if you've got the boat super well balanced.
Yes.
You don't know how long it's been off for. It could be off for like 15 minutes and the boat's just been sailing on the right course because you're so well trimmed.
Quite satisfying, actually.
And other times you know that it's gone off because all of a sudden, like, the breeze is on your face instead of being on your neck.
My best advice is that if you really have to have autopilot on and listen to music at the same time, put your earphones in one ear only, so that you can be super aware of what's going on. Because Randy will play tricks with you. Aristides has asked, oh, this is a good question. Hi there, is it safe to swim where you are with the sharks and all that? The answer is actually yes and no. So, no, honestly. Yeah. So in the Marquesas, most of the beaches are black sand beaches, and obviously it's any shark expert would advise you not to swim in kind of murky or low vis water near sharks, because they can't really identify whether you're food or human. So it is actually ill-advised to swim near those black sandy, even though we did it. We even surfed on them. People have seen like bronze whalers jumping out of the water on those black sand beaches, so not necessarily the best idea, but then again, there's not really any attacks around there. But if you want to feel safe, then don't do it. Here in the Tuamotus, oh my goodness, how many sharks have we seen? 550?
Yeah, we were diving down at the South Pass with Whakarava, and it's just famous for its sharks. And each dive, and I'm talking free diving and scuba, we were seeing at least 300 sharks.
Yeah.
And they're in schools of like 80 to 100.
Just hanging out.
Cruising around.
They look at you with their steely eyes. They come up really close.
Yeah. And they're like
it's so cool.
Black tip reef sharks, white tip reef sharks, and then like a Pacific grey shark or something.
Oceanic white tip.
Yeah, I think that's the reef. Oh, okay.
Oh, and then the Pacific grey.
Yeah.
And lemon sharks.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any lemon sharks yet, though.
So, I mean, yeah, I think it's a completely different experience when you go diving wanting to see sharks.
Yeah.
It's
when you don't want to see them.
Yeah,
it's
it's more
shock.
concerning when you go diving, not expecting to see a shark, and then one pops up.
But the thing with here is the water is the clearest I've ever seen. Like, we haven't told you this either. We had an accident with the drone. He fell into the sea. We were over 10 meters of water, and we could see Tony the droney. We could see him down there. That's just to give you an idea of how clear the water is. So yeah, it's just amazing. Like, you feel quite safe because you can see everything that's going on. I think as long as you're swimming in really clear water and there's sharks around, then you're pretty safe because you can keep an eye on them, and if they're coming towards you, then yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Each to their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool when we arrived here and we dove on the anchor, wasn't it?
Oh,
There's sharks swimming around the anchor.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the point there that Xanthe touched on, unfortunately, our second drone has now gone for a swim.
Yeah, Tony the second.
He's been in severe ICU. He's been in the critical unit, the hospital.
Yeah.
Getting daily attention, and he's showing quite positive signs of life, but
we haven't been able to test him because it's been raining non-stop for 8 days with 40 knots of wind as well. So we're actually really happy today. You got us on a good day because we've woken up and it's not raining.
Yes, exactly. It's actually
no
nice and sunny.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were flying the drone and it flew out of range, which meant it was returning to home. But home was where Avalon was, and we were in the dinghy. And so it started flying back home, and then it got back in range. So I cancelled return to home and flew him back to us.
And we could see him following us.
And then something happened where the app just went black and said it was returning home. So we went back to the boat. Couldn't see it. And for those who've got it, we've got a Phantom 3. When it returns to home, it shoots up to 250 meters or something high and will return to home, and then it'll drop back down. So it was up super high. We didn't know where it was. And then we were at Avalon and it just never dropped back down. We had no idea.
Yeah.
And luckily I had a GPS, its last GPS coordinate. And we were able to follow that back on the charts. And
it's pretty cool.
Literally, we're in the dinghy and I was saying, all right, the drone should be about here.
And I looked down and I could see him.
And then just looked down and the dinghy was right on top of it.
Yeah. Crazy.
So the drone decided to go scuba diving as well and see the sharks.
Yeah, he wanted to see the sharks as well.
And he dropped down to about 8 meters, I reckon.
Jackson's been very bold in the fact that he's really thinks he can fix it. So he's got he's straight there with the hose and the contact cleaner, and we'll
try.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a red hot go.
Randy, coming back to autopilot there. It was the connection points. Are you saying the connection points from the engine? Sorry.
He's joking.
What?
I don't think he really wants to know how our autopilot's performing. He just wants to know.
He said right there. It was the connection points. Read it.
I think he's saying it was in my connection points. It's like corrosion.
Oh.
I don't know. Was it a joke, Randy? I think it was a joke. I don't know. But
anyway, is it which part of the connection points? Is it where it plugs into the display, or is it the connection points to the motor, to the electric motor? Maybe we'll talk offline about it.
I think he's just inquiring about.
No, see.
Oh, he had the same fault. Oh, okay. All right. So your autopilot is certainly not Randy.
Yeah. Yeah. So what end of the connection points was it?
Mine tried to kill me. Oh God. I think yeah, you need to be having stern words with your one, kids.
Yeah.
If he's gonna crew on your boat, he needs to play the game.
Yeah. We're also at a tough point now where our wind indicators stopped working. So we also can't put the autopilot on like wind vane mode.
Oh
it's
yeah,
only on
it's a guessing game.
It's only on compass mode.
Yeah, we never know how windy it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to the controller. All right.
Yeah, so for those of you who can't see the chat, Randy is saying that he's had the same fault with his autopilot and he thinks there's corrosion in the connections in the controller.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're possibly getting to the end of our internet connection here. So is there any final questions?
I just wanted to also apologize. I feel because there's not as many of you here as there usually are, because we haven't had much access to the internet. I normally send reminders leading up to, but we've been without internet for 8 days. So I'm really sorry if some of you just didn't get the final memo or needed reminding. Wasn't really possible in this case, but hopefully you enjoy watching the replay. Randy has just said, anywhere the salt water or salt can corrode the connection points. Yeah, we've definitely experienced that with every single item.
Yeah,
on the
every
boat.
other electronic item.
Yeah, it's just great living on a boat, isn't it, babe?
Yeah. So yeah, any other questions, queries?
I think that's a lot. There's not many of them today. I feel really bad.
Why?
Oh, just because I couldn't remind anyone.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, for those that did tune in, thank you so much.
You. Always good to hang out.
Yeah, so good to hang out with you. So good to share the experiences with you and answer any questions. Remember, shoot us an email or a message at any time, and we'll do what we can to get back to it. And
Dennis and Jody, send us an email, and we'll start the proceedings to get you guys on board.
Yeah. And we really look forward to this Patron meetup being the first of many.
Yeah.
And we'll also get some. We want to do another live chat soon as well. Probably, I don't know.
Let's not make any
basically, we need to find some internet before we head off for our crossing to Tonga. So we'll look towards maybe mid to the end of August. We'll do another live chat,
which will be nice.
And final point from Randy, Xanthe, well done on the editing.
Oh, shucks.
Xanthe's been doing an amazing job. The videos are turning out really, really good. I'm really proud of her for doing them, and I think she should be really proud of them. I think they're getting to a new level.
Yeah.
Xanthe's also purchased herself a new prime lens for the camera.
A nifty 50. I can't wait.
So hopefully that's another little bit of arsenal to the repertoire to increase these vids.
Shit's going to get super silky and cinematic now.
And if I can get that drone working, then hopefully we'll get some more good drone shots.
Jobs are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Always a pleasure. And, until probably 6 weeks or 8 weeks away, we will be doing this whole thing again. And hopefully everyone's going to be here.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for your support again. Bye-bye.
You guys are the best. Don't want to leave.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Are you sure you want to end? Oh, wait, someone said another. Cheers and best of luck to you and your future journeys. You too, Randy. End.